which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Performing tonight's national anthem is Greenwood High School senior Carly Jones. Carly is a senior member of the GHS Jazz and Purcellto choirs. She is a two-time selection as a soprano one for the region for all-region choir. In 2025, she was also selected for the all-state mixed chorus as a soprano one. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Shooting at us.
Well, very pleasant good evening. We're here at Smith Robinson Stadium as the Southside Mavericks take on the Greenwood Bulldogs in a key 6A West ball game here tonight. And gentlemen, a good week for the Mavs last week as we were able to beat Russellville last week at Jim Rowland Stadium.
A nice big win, too. It wasn't like it was close. Never really in doubt.
And we've got Coach Doug Polk back with us. And, Coach, you were watching it on the
video, on live stream, sure was. I just know that a lot of rain and the conditions were not the best.
It'll be an interesting game tonight, though, guys. We look at the Southside team last week. Offensively, Southside was able to move the ball pretty much at will last week, and the defense really stepped up with the exception of one big play. Had a solid ball game last week.
Well, the play I saw, the one big run was on a 4th and 2, I think. Mm-hmm. And they were all bunched up, and he kind of busted it outside, and I didn't think nobody could catch him because he's pretty fast. So,
well, I'll say this, too, about pretty fast. That kid probably is an anchor for Russellville track team. Yeah, he definitely could run, and they were actually playing a running back at quarterback, so they were kind of behind the 8 ball to start out. But Southside did what you had to do last week, got that into the mercy rule, late into the 4th quarter, and pull away for the big victory for the Mavs, which really I think will seal a playoff spot for the Mavs. We'll get to that in just a bit. But Southside lost Ethan Dunn last week, and he will not play tonight. Alex Cole will take his spot tonight. And actually, I think Coach said they're going to play kind of what Layden Rowe plays. They're going to play like a combination linebacker safety.
The old Tony Bua back.
I think they call it their nickel package and or dime package, I guess, when you have 6 defensive backs and 2 linebackers and 3 down linemen, or something into that effect. But I think it'll be, if Southside can not shoot themselves in the foot, I think they will. Hopefully, they can keep it to where they can get them off the field and take the air out of the ball. They can't just chunk it all over the place, and they're going to have to be able to run it.
Well, you've also got another quarterback tonight in Kane Archer that, if the play breaks down, he's able to run with the football, and we saw that last week. We've seen it pretty much all season with these quarterbacks, and that's going to be another key is probably have a spy on him most of the night.
Well, and that's one thing I like about Coach Young over here. I mean, he kind of has that same similar philosophy that I do, man. You snap it to your best player, and, like you said, if it breaks down, just let him go make his plays. So I think we're going to have to play a lot like that ourselves tonight. They're going to be flying around the football too.
Yeah, guys, this Greenwood team getting close to the playoffs, you know what goes on with these guys, getting ready to play some football, and they're kind of rounding into shape now. You've got big victory last week over Van Buren, mercy rule over Van Buren, a game that I know Van Buren riding high after beating the Mavs the week before, and I tell you, they kind of got put in their place last week.
Yeah, I would say that is for sure the case. I think it was, 56-3 or something?
Yeah, but from what I've heard, that Van Buren kind of took to the social media after they beat Southside. And
smart.
And they had some locker room material, and that doesn't bode well sometimes with good teams.
Well, you're playing a team like that. You definitely don't want to put anything in there you don't want to anger them at all.
No.
And that's kind of a thing too. And they're doing a tribute right now for Isaiah Arrington, the young man that died in the fire last year. And guys, that was a tough time last year. They played the week after that happened. It was really tough, for us to even to call a ball game after you see something like that happen to a young man. And glad to see that his legacy's living on here at Greenwood.
Yeah, it's a really nice tribute they put together for him up there on the big board.
Southside did the same thing for him that week, and it's just that's just tough. I've only experienced once where your player. We had back in but it wasn't during football season when Lucas Jackson passed. He got killed in a car wreck, and how it affected your school and so forth, and it's just a tough situation. Sometimes you don't know what. How to answer or what you can to say to help anybody other than the fact that, it's just it's in the good Lord's hands now. So. Well,
I know this. Greenwood came focused last year after that happened. They had us, 70 zip at the half last year. So
I tried to forget.
So it's going to be a ball game, though. Like I agree with you guys. I think if Southside, a key for Southside is to control the football, number one.
Keep it. Keep the football as long as you can.
Eliminate the turnovers.
They can't have any turnovers. They can't give Greenwood any more opportunities.
Not an inch.
Well,
they just got to take advantage of what by controlling the ball and hopefully they can get Greenwood off the field every now and then.
Well, that's going to be a key. We talked about that too, guys, in the Van Buren game. The fact that this Southside team, if you can win the turnover battle or even keep it even, you've got a chance to beat just about any team in this league, and that's what's really, I think, has been the difference in the losses for Southside have been the turnovers.
Of course it has, and we have to eliminate them, and this is pretty much a senior class, and I was just talking to Ethan Dunn earlier, before the game, and Maddox Perez, and a lot of these guys that I coached in the 9th grade, a lot of them are still playing. And so it's just they have an opportunity to, I just call it shock the world.
Well, exactly. I don't know what the winning streak is here at Smith Robinson Stadium for Greenwood.
72, I think.
72, but the thing is, you come to a place like this, and the whole community takes this. And these kids start young, and they're developed. We were talking about this coach on the way over. They learn a lot of things before they even get up here, and it makes it a lot easier when that does happen. But you come to a place like this, the crowd's into it. It's a great high school atmosphere.
Well, we're going to see it right off the bat because we're kicking off to them. So
it's good to see Ethan Dunn out there as a captain, even though he's not going to be able to suit up tonight.
And Terrell, that's your favorite thing is get that ball in the second half.
Oh man, I always say that's it's a recipe for winning.
There you go.
It's a pattern.
Yeah, we're already had one victory tonight.
We got one
that's
victory
the way to
tonight.
go. Yes.
Score right before halftime and then
get it right back and do it again. That's right.
Well, we've seen several games in the last couple of years that have been won at halftime.
That I think they call it like the golden 8. It's like the 4 minutes right before halftime and the 4 minutes right after halftime.
Both teams coming on the field now.
I'm kind of like you, Keith. I'm getting a little scared that banging going on behind me. I'm taking heavy fire here.
Well, when they shot that one off during the national
First
anthem,
one
I was wanting
big.
somebody to go check and see if that guy didn't get shot or something.
That was big.
That shook the whole place up.
Pretty loud. Pretty loud.
It's going to be some fun, though, guys. Looking forward to this ball game. And Coach, you know this. You play a team like Greenwood, and they're always kind of what you'd call the hunted, I guess, and it's an opportunity for Southside here. I don't really affect one way or the other. I don't think it's going to affect their playoff seeding. I think they're pretty much either going to be a fifth or sixth seed, no matter. And but it's a free shot at Southside to come up here and maybe, like you said, shock the world.
That's I've always said, and I listen as a coach. No matter what kind of odds you have against you, and sometimes you go, but you go into every game and you expect to win.
With the expectation to win, that's right.
That's just, you got to instill that in the kids, and, it's something that they have to buy into, and, we'll see how, when they kick it off tonight, we'll see how it goes to start off with.
Rodrigo Hernandez will kick off for the Mavs. Back deep for the Bulldogs would be Benton Hosley along with William Rye. Get a big-time atmosphere at the ball game. Good crowd on both sides. Actually good, a lot of Southside people here. This is Benton Hosley on the return. He's going to get to the outside and got one man to beat over there off the corner, and he's going to beat him off the corner, and that's Hernandez will get inside the 20-yard line. Definitely not the start you want if you're the Mavs.
Well, wasn't it last year they turned the opening kickoff for a touchdown?
Yep.
Well, at least we stopped them inside the 20.
Yeah, that was kind of what was going on with Russellville Terrell last week. It seemed like we were looking at the field position. I think we had an average, probably the 35-yard line, something like that.
Well, for a while it was like the 42, and then, it kind of backed up a little bit. But I'll tell you, it's something that concerns me.
That's where your onside kick stuff, and I know a lot of teams do it because it's just when you –
Here's a quick pass out, going to be complete. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line, down about the 3-yard line. That's Cooper Bland on the catch.
Tell you another thing, onside kick usually kind of prevents is your kicker down there holding his ribs right now.
Yeah.
He was the one that had to get down there in a hurry and make that tackle.
And you got Wesley Raggio in the backfield along with Kane Archer. They'll go split set either side of the field.
It's first down inside the.
Got it on about the 6-yard. Actually got spotted at the 7. They'll throw the ball out again, the same play. Southside there to make the hit, knock him out of bounds after about a 3-yard gain.
I've seen more and more teams do that to Southside because they give them a little bit more cushion. But, they just go out there and they just throw that. It's basically an extended handoff, and it's just a quick pass. You see it in every level that if they go out there and they see what they have the matchup numbers, that's where they're going to throw it.
That's Maddox Perez out there making the play for the Southside defense. They're going to do a pitch here on the end-around play, and he's going to be hit and gets to the end zone and touchdown.
Well, Coach, that's that super safe play we always talk about where it's a little pitch forward.
Yeah.
If it hits the ground, it's not a fumble. It's just an incomplete pass.
It also pads that quarterback touchdown stats.
That's right. Throwing stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was actually number 88, Braden Rennick. I think came around for the touchdown.
I thought Archer would just fake it and keep it, but that's kind of an RPO or a read off that. And
here's your extra point up. Extra point's good. Greenwood now leads 7-zip. Be back with the Bulldog kickoff after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Mavericks Sports Network.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
Is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
it goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
It'll be Landon Franklin kicking off for the Bulldogs. Back deep for the Mavs will be Peyton Zimmerman along with Paul David France. Guys, that was a 3-play, 18-yard drive for Greenwood. The nice kickoff return by Hossley was what set them up inside the 18-yard line, and they take advantage of it. And 3 plays later, they're in the end zone, and we're not even a minute into the ball game yet.
It's got to return the favor.
Yep, here's a return. That'll be Zimmerman on the return. He's about maybe a step away from making that a long return, but he'll get out across the 25 up to about the 30.
This is where Southside's got to be really patient and just try to move the chains. Just move the chains.
So they have Terrell Warren in the backfield along with Forsgren. Blake Forsgren will set the offense. Here's a snap. There's Warren on the handoff. Gets tripped up after about a 4-yard gain.
It's okay.
It's the impressive thing about that guy. I mean, they got his shoestrings in the backfield, and he makes 4 yards.
Actually moved it back to the 32-yard line.
Yeah.
Giving 3 on the play. Bring up second down, 2nd and 7 for the Mavs. Opening drive for the Mavs here in the ball game. They'll go 2 receivers each side of the field. There's Forsgren setting up the throw. He's still looking, throws the ball in the middle. It's going to be tipped and almost intercepted. That was the linebacker, Ryan Ross, had a chance to make another big play for the Bulldogs. And, Coach, that's definitely not what you want right there.
Well, he went to throw the out route, and it got jumped, and so he came off it, and that linebacker was standing right there in the line of fire, and luckily it wasn't picked.
3rd down, 3rd and 7 for the Mavs. They'll bring Wilson Key in motion. Forsgren sets up the throw. He'll throw the ball out, and there was a miscommunication over there. No receiver in the area for Southside. Brings up 4th down.
All right, everybody, think good snap right here.
As Dallas De La Souza will come in to punt the ball away for the Mavs. Definitely not the start you want, as they'll put Champ Davis back deep for the Bulldogs.
And this number 3, he can
get it.
Yeah, he's a pretty good athlete.
He's a 3-year starter for Greenwood, isn't he? Yeah, their receivers, though, they're tough. We saw the Carnes kid last year.
Mm-hmm. I think he's got a little brother out here now.
Look like Greenwood wants to put some pressure on here. It's a good snap. Going to be a good kick. It's going to take a roll and will be fielded by Davis.
Can't do that.
Well, I think it hit our guy.
He still can't do it. He can't fair catch it and try to run with the ball, I don't think. Did it hit our guy?
I thought it might have clipped our guy. It just looked like it changed direction to me.
That was Maddox
That's all I
Perez
could
down
figure.
there making the play for the Southside special teams. There's no discussion, so.
That's just really kind of, I mean, when you fair catch it, he can't take off running with the ball.
Be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. We've got 10:22 to go here. Here's a handoff to Raggio. Raggio will fight his way up. There's a good job by the Southside interior. Malachi Warren leading the charge along with Daniel Morales for the Southside defense. Brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 8. Actually, I'll spot him at the 30. Be 2nd down, 2nd and 7. Again, Greenwood goes 2. Actually, they'll go backs in the backfield.
Go empty.
And they'll bring Davis in motion. Archer looks that way. Pump fakes, wants to take it down the field. Has an open receiver, going to be complete. They'll get him down at about the 42-yard line. That was Isaac Parker there to make the play for the Mavs. That was Braxton Candidate on the catch. First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 43-yard line, and should be a penalty.
Mm-hmm. He knew it too.
Bring it back 5 yards, make it 1st and 15. We've got 9:37 to go here, first quarter. Southside trails 7-zip. Coach, what makes this Greenwood passing game so potent? It's that way every year.
It's their concept. They run really good routes, and then you got a kid that can throw it, and it's like right there he goes and he runs a hard stop route, and I think a lot of it they do a lot of reading the secondary coverages, and if they're in man they do this, if they're in zone they do this, and so you got to have a really just throw the out route right there and see the block there on the on that cornerback, and he was trying to get there, but they it's tough. And as fast as they go, it's just they're well coached in what they do.
Yeah, Terrell, you look at that too. I think with this Greenwood team, it's yards after the catch.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like Coach was saying. You get those outside blocks, those receivers outside blocking. I mean that little toss to Champ. I mean that's going to go a long way.
I mean it's just an easy pitch and catch right now.
Exactly. I mean it's just.
They're basically isolating our receiver. I mean, one-on-one with a safety that's kind of running from behind.
If you get up here and press them, they'll take a deep shot, and one thing about Greenwood, if their receivers do not block, they don't play.
There's another inside pass going to be complete.
And then when you got a quarterback that gets the ball out of his hand that quick.
Slade and Rowe there for Southside. Yeah, and it's just you got a quarterback, too, that can throw all the passes, too. So, like you guys said, I mean, if you press them, they'll take you deep.
Or take off running.
Maybe
either way.
Second, two. Going to throw the ball out again. It's going to be complete. He's going to get another first down. Braxton Canada on the catch. Darian McGrew over there for the Southside defense.
And like that's twice the receivers had caught and curled, and then they curled it back away from the pursuit. And
First and 10, they're going to hand the ball off here to the left side, and Southside's there for the play after about a 3-yard gain. That was Mario Dunbar on the carry. It don't take a lot of time off the clock. We've got 7:51 to go here. Goes back to your point about ball control. Looking to throw the ball, throw it to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
You'll say it looked to me like it said a little tall on him.
He threw it where only one person could catch it, and that was the receiver. And see, that was that moving pocket. He was going to try to throw that little pitch and catch to the receiver, but Southside covered it. And then, the inside guy faked the block, and then he went to the corner, and that's another option they had.
And the safe play about that, like you said, no one else could catch it because that's one you can jump a route on. There's a handoff to the inside. He's going to get down close to the goal line, not into the end zone. That's Mario Dunbar again on the carry.
But see, for instance, like that was 3rd and 6 play, and they ran a running play.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their whole offense is not predicated on just throwing the football.
There's a handoff to Dunbar again. He'll get into the end zone for another Greenwood touchdown. I hate to say this, but I think this place is going to be on fire before the night's over.
Or he's going to give somebody a heart attack.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, you don't like being in these metal buildings, do you?
No.
Another impressive drive for Greenwood. That was a 10-play, 73-yard drive, a 2-yard touchdown run by Braxton Dunbar.
But we made them go 10 plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the 10 plays only took about 2 minutes, too, though. They'll bring Franklin in for the extra point. Their ball control is is not very long as the extra points. Actually, they've got a false start on Greenwood. I'd say this, guys, but so far you can see two different speeds out there on the field right now. And Southside's going to have to figure out how to make some adjustments here if they're going to stay in this ball game as they trail 13-zip. Not quite 5 minutes into the ball game yet.
Well, it's like Coach said, they're going to run tempo until you slow them down.
Landon Franklin will be going to attempt the extra point. He's got a good leg. It's up and it's good. Southside now trails 14-zip. Be back with the Bulldog kickoff after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
And care for the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
Is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
it goes
Welcome back to action. It was a 10-play, 73-yard drive for the Bulldogs. A 2-yard touchdown run by Mario Dunbar.
See if he doesn't try an onside kick this one.
Franklin will kick off here.
Nope.
It's going to be returnable. That's Zimmerman on the return. He's at the 20-yard line.
He can catch you up in a hurry.
Gets across the 30-yard line up to about the 33-yard line. That's one thing Greenwood's not afraid to do is kick it to, they don't care who returns
No,
that.
they don't.
No.
I think they're
And
practicing kickoffs right now.
You know, that's just their attitude. They're not afraid to play anybody, and that's just that's why they're so successful.
And you can't say you really blame them with the record
No.
that they've have here.
No.
I mean, it is what it is. The first and 10 for the Mavs. They'll start this drive to their 31-yard line. They'll have Terrell Warren in the backfield with Blake Forsgren. Here's a handoff to Warren off the right side, and he's going to fight his way hard. That's a nice run by Warren. Crosses the 35-yard line. We'll get 5 on the play. Brings up second down, 2nd and 5 for the Mavs. Terrell Warren's run hard so far tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to see them follow that up with some zero coming out there too. He's a hard running back.
You know, Venthong's been a nice compliment,
Venthong,
too,
yeah, he's
for
been really good.
Warren this year. Getting second down, 2nd and 5 for the Mavs. 6:42 to go here, first quarter.
They didn't like it, Coach.
We'll get Southside for a motion penalty, and there goes the 5 yards. Not sure what they did on that, unless we had a lineman move.
Yeah, that's where when it comes from the umpire, that's what it is.
Bring up second down, 2nd and 10 for the Mavs. Again, 6:29 to go here, first quarter. Bring Sebastian Lute in motion. They're going to hand the ball off. That's Warren. Tries to punch it to the outside. Does get a little bit to the outside and will fight his way up to about the 35-yard line. Well, that penalty hurts, guys, because you'd be in a 3rd and 1 right here. If not, that'll be a 3rd and 6 for the Mavs.
That cornerback made a really good tackle. Instead of trying to tackle him up high, he just went and took his legs out from underneath him. You don't see that as much as you would like to see it.
Well, Terrell did a good job, too, guys, of evading
The
the first man because he was going to be thrown for a loss. He gets away from him and gets positive yardage. He's able to turn it up. Again, 3rd down, 3rd and 6 for the Mavs. Forsgren looks to throw. Will take the ball down the field. He's going to get it to Wilson Key. There should be a flag on the play. There was a grab. No penalty on the play. Wilson Key not a real happy receiver right now.
All I can figure is they thought it was uncatchable, but the reason it was uncatchable is because he couldn't run. Somebody's holding on him.
And Southside will kick the ball back. That'll be Champ Davis back deep. Yeah, you got to get the calls when it happens. And
Well, they're playing with a 5-man crew, okay? And a lot of places want to play with a 6-man crew. and we're right there. That's one of the back judge. He can't see it from where he was at because it was on the sideline, where your field judge, or the one that has the chains, he's got to move up the field a little bit to be able to help in that area there. And I know that's a long distance, but that's how they have to cover it.
That's a nice punt by Dallas State.
I'm surprised they have a 5-man crew tonight, because most big games they usually try to do it with 6.
A first and 10 for the Bulldogs at 20. Nice kick by Dallas De La Souce. That was a 45-yard punt. Mavs going to bring some heat here. They've got Perez coming off the corner. Here's a quick pass out, going to be complete.
You have to tackle.
Yes, they're going to get up to the 29-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain for Benton Hosley.
You know, they broke on the football. They could have held him to, a minimum gain and missed the tackle.
We have second down, 2nd and 1. Archer just throws the ball out. It's going to be complete, and he's going to get the first down across the 30 up to about the 33-yard line.
You don't wonder why his passing stats are where he throws 80% completion.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly right there. He takes what they give him, but he doesn't throw it a lot down the field that much. He'll take his shots.
What's your yards after the catch? As there's a hold. He pulled his jersey out, and there's a run by Kane Archer. Now, Coach, they could have seen that one.
Depends on who you're talking about seeing. Who
your back judge is looking right at that. I mean, he pulled his jersey out. You can see he's got his pad exposed now. I think that was Sherrard. Here's a handoff to Raggio. Raggio's going to get to the outside and cuts it back to the inside. That's a nice move by Raggio. Gets it across the 40 down to the south side 35-yard line. There's Isaac Parker. Parker having a big first quarter so far for the Mavs. But it also goes back to the fact is you don't want to have a big quarter from your safety starting early either, guys.
Not from your defensive backfield.
A first and 10 at the 35-yard line. This reminds me a lot, and after this play, I'll tell you what this reminds me of, guys, is Archer has all day to throw the ball, takes it to the end zone, has an open receiver for the touchdown. It's Champ Davis on the touchdown.
That was a great pass.
Yes, it was.
See, they'll take those shots, and he laid it right in there. But here's the thing about it, and you see it all the time. When you have a lineman that is dragged down and they lay on top of him, that is called holding. And that's what they did to one of our linemen, and they don't,
Well, what this offense reminds me of, though, was a lot like the Springdale offense.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 7-on-7 the whole ball game, and that's exactly what you're seeing right now. We're still got 3:48 to go here, and Southside now trails 21-zip. Be back with the Maverick kickoff after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
An accident can leave you feeling stuck, uncertain of where you can go. At Autoplex, we specialize in getting your vehicle repaired quickly and accurately. Our expert technicians use the latest tools and OEM parts to restore your car to its pre-accident condition. With precision and care, we ensure your car looks and performs as if the accident never happened. Ready to get your car back on the road? Visit fixrex.com to start your repair today.
Welcome back to action here. That was a 5-play, 80-yard drive for the Bulldogs. They now lead 21-zip. We still got 3:48 to go here in the first quarter.
3:48. That's plenty of time for us to score, Keith.
Hopefully we can take the whole clock and keep the ball away from Kane Archer right now. Franklin will kick off here.
I'll tell you, you got to watch out for that Raggio, too. I think he's had a couple 180-yard rushing games this season.
Here's a return for Zimmerman. It's going to be hit and dropped at the 20-yard line. That's where Southside will start this drive. Guys, it didn't start out good. You get the big kickoff return to start the ball game to the Southside 18-yard line, and it seems like the whole first half of the Mavs they're playing on their heels right now. And the offense is going to have to pick it up and get some first downs and control the football because this Greenwood juggernaut is just as we said in the pregame, guys, they're clicking right now.
Well, the one silver lining is your defense hadn't been on the field very long. That's what I can come up with.
Be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Mavs. We got Warren in the backfield. There's a handoff. That'll be
the play
Zimmerman.
right there.
He's at the 40, 45, midfield, 45, 40, 35, cuts it back to the inside. Gets inside the 30, down to the 25, down to the 23-yard line.
That's that little play Greenwood scored 2 touchdowns on. I'd say, maybe keep doing that one.
That's been a big play for Southside this year.
Yeah, all year long it has been.
Kind of an inside reverse.
Little counter play.
Counter play. You fake it to the back, and then you kind of shovel it to your
playmaker.
Yeah, you had the 53-yard touchdown scamper against Van Buren a couple of weeks ago. 1st and 10 for the Mavs. There's a handoff to Warren. No, it's a keeper by Forsgren. Gets to the outside. He's inside the 10-yard line, down to the 5-yard line.
That's what you got to do.
That's a pretty good fake because I thought Warren had the ball too, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what you got to do against this team. They play so fast that if you can get them over pursuing the wrong direction on some of that misdirection, you got a chance. And that's what's working.
Here's where they got to punch it in.
Yeah.
Because they did this against Van Buren, and then.
Here's a handoff to Warren. Warren will fight his way down to about the 4-yard line, maybe the 3.
3 yards in the cloud of, what do you call that, turf dust?
But, Terrell, I'm going to go back to your point, though. They're moving too quick now.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
They spotted the ball. Looks like it's about the 4-yard line. We'll bring up second goal from the 4. We've got 2:33 to go here in the first quarter. Southside trails 21-zip. You got Forsgren in the backfield along with Warren. Forsgren rolls to his right. He looks. We'll throw the ball to the end zone. It's going to be incomplete.
I thought it was intercepted.
Yeah, I thought he was over there. I think he got a fingertip on it or something because
I thought the guy undercut. I thought the guy undercut it.
Is that flag on the field? Boy, that'll be something. They can see them holds on them white team.
Oh, wow.
That's hard to take when you've seen 2 holds on the previous series.
And it came from over there on their side.
And the thing too, Coach, we've been on the refs this year, but all you ask for is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was talking to a former official today, and
there's a pass to the end zone and dropped.
He hit him in the hands.
It was a little bit behind him, but he should have had that one.
Zimmerman usually catch that.
That's a pretty ball, though.
But I was talking to a official, and he was just making the comment how some of the officiating has not been what it needs to be. I think what messed that up, Warren tried to Blake tried to pull it from him, and he wouldn't have it. So
yeah, you can see it changes direction.
3rd goal for the Mavs from the 11-yard line. Forsgren takes a snap. He's got time. Throws the ball to the end zone. Has receivers in the end zone. That's Wilson Key. Touchdown, Southside.
One thing also I've heard is that Greenwood's secondary is not one of their strong points this year. They got what, 2 sophomores back there playing. So if there's any vulnerability about Greenwood's defense, it would be in their secondary.
Yeah, they really struggled the first part of the year.
Yeah, against Bentonville West and Harbor.
Coach, we're going to need one of those manufactured turnovers you talk so much about.
Rodrigo Hernandez in for the extra point. Ball is down. Your kick is up. Kick is good. Southside now trails 21-7. Back with the Maverick kickoff after this. You watch the Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Cars. We're committed to providing the best customer experience. Our team is here to guide you through every step of the repair process. We make it easy, transparent, and stress-free. And with convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, your repair is always close to home. At Autoplex, your satisfaction is our priority. Visit fixrex.com to schedule your repair today and see why customers trust
Welcome back. That was a 6-play 80-yard drive for the Mavs. A 11-yard touchdown pass from Blake Forsgren to Wilson Key, Southside now trails 21-7. Guys, key play of that drive, a 57-yard run by Peyton Zimmerman, set Southside up, and then that was a key play for the Mavs overcoming that penalty, getting the touchdown.
Right.
Coach, was that a run or a pass? That 57-yarder.
It's a pass.
Thought it was.
He shoveled it. But you can call it whatever you want to.
I like a 57-yard pass.
Ready to kick off without the football.
But like I say, a lot of those shovel passes and stuff, it just pads your stats.
That's it. Pads your quarterback stats for sure.
Yeah.
What was the receiver that Mustang had? Damian
Williams, wasn't it?
Williams, yeah. I mean, he was throwing it deep because he could outrun everybody.
That's right.
There's kind of an onside kick. It's on the ground, and Greenwood gets on. I like the idea, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's the time you do it is when they're not expecting it. I don't think they were expecting it.
Especially after what Hossley did the last time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You gotta bunt it. Just barely get it, and hopefully your kicker can outrun them to the ball.
You don't like it where they kick it right off one of their face
Well,
masks.
you can do that too, but you got to have a little bit of luck to do that.
That's right.
Be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They'll start this drive to their 38-yard line. Archer's going to throw the ball out. That's Davis on the catch.
You cannot go inside, and you miss tackles.
Coach, your issue on that one would be, I mean, you're playing so far off the ball that you're giving so much space. These guys will eat you alive.
And then when you don't want to take an inside track because there's nobody on the outside. And
no help.
You try to force them back to the inside, but anyway, it's.
There's an inside handoff, and Southside's there to stop that after maybe about a 3-yard gain. Now spotted at the 36-yard line. Bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Got 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Southside trails 21-7. And the ball off to Dunbar. Dunbar is going to be hit. There's Maddox Perez there for the Southside defense. And also credit Daniel Morales in there. Boy, his jersey is getting ripped up.
But you cannot.
Bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Maddox Perez, Morales may not have a jersey before this game's over.
Nightgown.
Archer wants to throw. It's going to be a quick pass out. Oh, that was a play. If Dwight Johnson had been looking, that's 6 the other way.
If the ball hadn't been thrown so far outside, if he'd have thrown it right where the receiver was at, he would have picked it.
Greenwood likes their onside kicks, but they also like going on it 4th and 5.
Well, they're going to go on 4th down on most times anyway. Yep. So, you knew they were going to,
You're a no-man land right here.
Yeah. And then when you do that.
He didn't come across. Oh, no way.
That one on the far side did. That's just not smart.
That's a tough break for the Mavs.
But you see it everywhere.
Yeah. Well, he's a master at that game too, that Archer kid.
As always said, guys, though, that's the toughest penalty for a coach to have to accept on that. I wish they would go back to, if you jump off sides, you get back, keep playing.
Yeah, there's no neutral zone infraction unless you cause the offensive guy to move.
Archer wants to throw this time. Thought it was not going to be complete. As Darian McGrew will pull him out of bounds. That's Champ Davis on the catch.
Yeah, that's the guy. If you're going to double team anybody, double team on number 2 down there.
Bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Dunbar. Gets to the inside, and
one thing about, and Greenwood's offensive line is pretty good size, and they do a pretty good job of moving you out of there.
Samuel Pruitt there to make the play for the Southside defense. Be 1st and 10. Ball is at the 23-yard line for Greenwood. Archer is easy to pick out in a crowd with those. What color would you call those shoes?
Teal.
Guys?
They're not going to let the clock run out. No.
Yep, looks like they may. Well, we're down to 2-1. Yep, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Southside trails 21-7. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Consumer notice. Interest rates are at a 22-year high. To gauge the demand for lower rates, or Chevrolet of Fort Smith is holding a great percent event. 1.9% financing for 60 months on select models is in effect. New 2023 Silverado 1500, new 2023 Equinox, new 2023 Trailblazers. 1.9% financing. Plus, get over $3,000 in or extra value. Or Chevrolet of Fort Smith.
You always get more at Or.
Welcome back. Southside Trails here at 21-7. It'll be second down, second and actually first and 10 at the 23-yard line for Greenwood. Guys, it was an opportunity for the Mavs to get off the field. They jump in the neutral zone, give them the first down, and, you know, it just kind of gets that offense reignited for Greenwood. This is their fourth possession of the game, and they scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, like I said, just about slowed them down. And Archer almost made a mistake.
Well, it's just been those swing passes. He read the nice post pattern to Champ Davis was his best throw of the night. Smart quarterback. Going to throw the ball out, going to be complete. And he's going to take it to the outside and going to get a nice gain. That's Braxton Canada on the catch. And
They block well out on the edge, and their receivers are basically running backs that play receiver. They do a good job of running with after the catch.
He's second down, second to it. Here's a pass out, going to be complete. He's going to get to the outside to the goal line. Touchdown. That's Braden Rennick on the touchdown.
And they spread it around. It's not just one guy.
That's 2 touchdowns tonight for Rennick. Franklin comes in for the extra point. They do it quick, guys. They only took 13 seconds off the second quarter clock here. There's your kick. Franklin's got a good leg, guys. You watch him kick the ball. I'm not sure what his range actually is on a field goal, but I doubt he has to kick too many field goals in a Greenwood ball game. Again, Southside Trails here 28-7. Let's go ahead and keep it here, guys. That was an opportunity for Southside maybe to get a hold. You had 4th down, 4th and 5. You get the big offsides penalty, kept the drive alive, and then Kane Archer just picked them apart. Guys, it's just those swing passes. Get it out there. There's space. You got your guys. Greenwood does one thing they do good, guys, is they do a great job. And Coach, you were talking about this, is they get out and block, but they don't get out and block and get a penalty to where it would be, offensive pass interference. They get out there and.
Well, most of those passes are thrown behind the line of scrimmage, and so therefore they can go out there and block. And so.
Well, I always say never underestimate the value of having a dadgum play call for every situation. And that's the thing about those little slip screens and tunnel screens. I mean, you can use that with just about any kind of defense.
It doesn't hurt having a quarterback, too, that can throw about every pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This will be Zimmerman on the return. Looks for a hole, almost gets a hole there. Is going to get across the 25-yard line. Let's see where they spot the ball at. Looks like it's going to be at the 25.
Well, we figured out how to do it last time, so let's go out there and do it again.
Actually spot the ball at the 26-yard line. That's where Southside will start this drive. And, guys, that was a key, too, though, was the way the game started, getting the big kickoff return. And, I mean, the momentum's you're already back up against the wall starting the ball game. Be 1st and 10 for the Mavs at the 26-yard line. They'll bring a man in motion. Here's a handoff to Warren. Makes a nice move to the inside. We'll get maybe 2 yards.
That was a good tackle.
A 2nd and 8 for the Mavs.
Those Greenwood down linemen are crawling up there.
They got that quickness. You look at the size of those guys; they're not very big. I'm looking at 49 down there, is playing D end, and he's 240. Bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 8 for the Mavs. We've got 11:05 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Ball's going to be tipped and knocked away. That was Briar Hackler on the pressure. 3rd and 8. Southside has had, this is their 4th possession, guys, and on 2 of those possessions they were 3 and out. So the Mavs need to get it going here and control that football. We've got 10:59 to go here in the 2nd quarter. As I'm smelling that smoke now from the fireworks, I'm not sure we're in a safe place here.
Well, they're shooting them right behind us.
It feels like it.
Yeah, this building shakes every time they do. Again, 3rd down for the Mavs over the middle. It's going to be complete. That's Wilson Key. Key having a big ball game tonight, guys.
Yeah, he's had 2 really big catches. That's the one thing I noticed is, when we play their speed, we kind of seem like we move the ball down the field, but when we kind of back up and kind of go away from that tempo, it seems like lets them catch a breath or kind of look at what we're trying to do.
Yeah, but you're up against a wall, too, though, and the fact is you want to work that clock down if you can to keep the ball in their hands. But here's the key, guys. You get a touchdown here, maybe get a stop, get another touchdown, get the ball to start the 2nd half, you're back in the ball game.
That's it.
1st and 10 for the Mavs at the 41-yard line. Here's a handoff. That's Warren on the handoff. Going to get maybe gets up to the 44. They're going to mark him back at the 43-yard line.
I like that pistol look they just ran right there. It always seems like you let Warren get a little bit ahead of steam going, and if he gets through that first line of defense, man, he's going to make some big yards.
Guys, he's just gotten more confidence each week that he plays.
He's going to be special in years to come.
Going to get the ball out. That's going to be Zimmerman on the catch, and Zimmerman's going to have a first down at the 40, 35, cuts it back inside the 30, the 25, makes another man miss inside the 20, down to the 13-yard line.
Man, that is who you want to get the ball to.
Yeah, he's another special. He's just a special person.
Well, he's one of those ones, too, that your quarterback's happy he gets the ball, and it looks good in the stats because he makes a lot of – here's a keeper by 4, is going off the end, is going to fight his way down, almost get in the end zone, down to the 2-yard line.
That's another stat you like to have on your scoring line right there. Pull it and take it for 10.
But how many stop and goes does Zim do on that and make a miss? Here's a handoff to Warren. He's going to be hit and driven back.
That wasn't one of his better runs. He went up there and kind of – I think he was so worried not to fumble the ball, he just didn't run.
I think where you are right here, you want to hit Wilson. He's had those sure hands under pressure right here.
Coach, I think this is what you were talking about earlier. This is run that clock down.
Yeah.
Take your time right here on the goal line.
Absolutely.
Got
you got 3 plays.
You got
two plays.
No, you got 3 plays. You can't.
That's what
you can't match them with field goals.
A second goal from the 2-yard line. There's a handoff to the inside. That's Warren. He's going to be hit in the backfield and going to lose about a yard.
Oh, well.
That play was just too long in developing, and they really didn't go. They were trying to fake that ball to the outside with Zimmerman. Now we've got an injured Maverick, and with that injury, let's go ahead and take a timeout. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
That's Warren.
Autoplex. At Autoplex Collision Repair, we're not just about fixing cars. We're committed to providing the best customer experience. Our team is here to guide you through every step of the repair process. We make it easy.
Got 8:29 to go. Here will be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line for the Mavs. They had 1st and goal from the 2-yard line, and they'll check. I think that's Aiden Wynn in the ball game for the Mavs. And they'll bring a man in motion. There's a keeper, and that's a double reverse. Going to throw the ball out from Wilson Key to Blake Furr's going to touchdown Southside.
That's a nice thing about having 3 quarterbacks on the roster right there.
I was told they were running that the Philly play, the Eagle play.
That's it, the Nick Foles Eagle play.
Yeah, he told me they put that in, and he said, so I didn't know whether they'd ever use it or not, but he sure enough.
Perfect time for it, guys.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to get in that end zone.
Well, Southside cuts that lead down now. It's 28-13 pending the extra point here. Your ball is down. Your kick is up. Kick is good. Southside now trails 28-14. Be back with the Mav kickoff after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Family, it's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Welcome back, folks. That was an 8-play, 74-yard drive for the Mavs. A great call on the goal lines. They do a double reverse. Peyton Zimmerman to Wilson Keith. Throws the ball in the corner of the end zone to a wide-open Blake Forsgren. Southside now trails 28-14. And, again, the big play of that drive, guys, though, going back earlier, was that pass completion to Peyton Zimmerman, who basically on his own went over 50 yards on that reception.
Hey, that's he's just special. Get the ball in his hands, and I've always said all year long that he needs to touch it probably a little bit more than what he has, but still.
Well, I go back to Luke Wyatt. That's who he reminds me of a lot. And here's a kick. It's going to be grounded, going to be fielded and returned, and he's going to get to the outside and gets across the 40-yard line. That was Braxton Canada on the return.
You know, I keep hearing that name, Braxton Canada. Southside used to have a safety named Braxton Canada.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so,
He'll spot the ball at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Coach, because a couple of years ago I thought that he had moved over here or something. They said, no, it's a different kid.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask a question after this play, guys. It'll be 1st and 10 for Greenwood. There's going to be a keeper. This is the first keeper by Archer tonight. He's going to get a nice guy. He does a good job of just picking his holes and will get 9 yards. But they've got at running back. We haven't seen much of Raggio tonight, guys.
A couple big runs, about it. He did come up a little bit wobbly the last time I saw him take a carry, but I imagine we'll see him back out there.
The second one. This will be Dunbar on the carry. Got a big hole, crosses midfield, gets to the south side.
You know,
46.
their backs are not very big, but they pick their holes well and kind of, you know. And
they're kind of hard when you watch them run, guys. They duck, they move. They're hard to get a solid hit on.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the south side 47-yard line for Greenwood. 7:20 to go here. Here's another keeper by Kane Archer. And there's Daniel Morales. Will get him from the backside. Going to get about 7 on the play. Brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 3. D-line doing a pretty good job, guys, of really stuffing the run tonight. It's been those.
Well, they've had just one run, but, you know, they're still getting, you know, 4 or 5 yards at a pop. And then
Archer's got all day, and he's going to get away. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and gets to the outside. He's going to be inside the 20-yard line. Now cuts it back to the outside, and he's going to get in the end zone for a touchdown.
See, and people don't understand. They probably do a scramble drill, and they either come back to the ball or but they go to a certain area, and when he scrambles like that, they're always looking to block for him, and you know, and heck, he just picked and weaved his way down the field.
He had 2 nice runs on that drive.
Yeah.
Franklin in for the extra point. Ball is down. Your kick is up. Didn't get all of that one, but it's good. Greenwood now leads 35-14. Be back with the Greenwood kickoff after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
Is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
it goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Guys, that was a nice drive for Greenwood. 5 plays, 63 yards, a 40-yard run by Kane Archer. Greenwood now leads 35-14. We've got 6:35 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, that's a true pick your poison situation right there. But the one thing I'll say is if you want to have a chance at Kane making a mistake, you better make him throw it because he don't make mistakes when he's running.
There's a return up across the 25 up to the 28.
His receivers do a good job peeling back and blocking for him too. So
Yeah, they know he'll run.
and plus he's a competitor.
I mean, just on that series alone, he probably just became their leading rusher
Yeah.
on the night.
Well, it's not like he's not familiar with the end
That's
zone.
right. I mean, he knows how to get there with his feet.
Southside will start this drive on their 29-yard line. They've had 2 really nice drives here. Just going to have to get a stop or 2 here on defense to get back in this ball game. But, guys, you got to keep scoring. That's the goal right now. Here's a handoff to Aiden Wynn. There's a nice move by Wynn. Crosses the 35-yard line.
Awesome.
And guys, I was impressed with Aiden Wynn last week. He got mop-up duty last week. That kid was running hard.
He's one of those, just so undersized, but he has stayed with the program for 4 years, and no one works harder than he does. He is a hard worker, great kid.
Bring up second down, 2nd and 4 for the Mavs. Forrest going to wants to throw. Will take the ball out. Throws. It's going to be complete. Nice catch over there. That was Wilson Key on the catch. The ball was played fairly well. It was a high throw, but that was Blaze McDaniel over there for Greenwood. But
he threw it before he came out of his break, and that's
threw to the spot.
To the spot. Good throw. Good catch.
The thing about Wilson, man, he's not missing too many tonight if they're coming his direction.
He's.
Yeah, him and Zimmerman both having big games tonight. Be 1st and 10 for the Mavs at the 45-yard line. We've got 5:23 to go here.
I heard last week in the rain, Blake went 10 for 10 passing. I mean, he's having a heck of a game out here tonight, too.
Don't need to hurry to get the play off. And here's a handoff. That's Wynn on the handoff, and not much there. Is going to fight his way forward, maybe for a couple of yards. Bring up second down, and Southside did a good job, guys, of really working that clock, the play clock down. They got it down to about 2 seconds before they snapped it. And for some reason, I'm not sure why, but the clock had.
I don't know. I didn't know they. Oh, it's because his helmet come off.
His helmet came
They're
off.
running it now.
What happened? Where's the other little running back that he?
Yeah, Vien Thong. I don't know. I've been looking for him too.
I was looking to see him down.
Haven't seen his number yet.
Forrest going to wants to throw. Will throw the ball out. Going to be complete. And that's Wilson Key again on the catch. Guys, we're going to have a ball game tonight where we may have 2 100-yard receivers.
That is not a very good spot. He got slung backwards.
I'll check Joey Dabina back into the ball game for the Mavs.
Going with that unbalanced line.
This is probably 4-down territory. In fact, I know it. It probably is.
But it's not really matter where Greenwood has started tonight, so I think it is too. Yeah, I think you've got to. You got to keep scoring if you can. You get this down to 14 at half. Work this clock down. Forrest going to have time. We'll throw it. There's a hold. Should be. And there's a nice catch over there. Nice pitch and catch. And I'll tell you what, you need to let go of him, 22. That was Wilson Key. He was hanging on him before the ball ever got there, guys. I don't know what your line judge is looking at on that, but that was – but Southside, the key, guys, there's 3:37 to go here. Work that clock. Yeah, they're taking their time. We're down to 22-21 now. And you get this down 35-21, guys, with all that Greenwood has done in the first half, you're still in this ball game.
And then you get the ball to start the second half.
Exactly.
As Terrell said.
My favorite play.
Here's
There
a
he
keeper by
goes.
Forsgren. Makes the first man miss. He goes get a nice gain. There's a good block, too. Wilson Key over there on the side, and also Zimmerman were able to clear the way out for the first down for the Mavs.
I think he pulled a little trick out of Pat Mahomes' playbook that time. He reached that ball out to get that first down so he didn't have to take all that contact. That's a smart play.
Yeah, Blake does a good job running the football.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talk about all the quarterbacks in this league. He's definitely one of the premier quarterbacks.
He's not elusive, but he's efficient in his running.
And he'll run you over.
The first and 10 for the Mavs at the 28-yard line as Forsgren wants to throw again. Going to throw the ball out complete. That's Zimmerman on the catch. Going to get about 4 or 5 yards.
Wilson's wide open. They all jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you may go back to.
That's something you go back to later on.
Yeah, remember it. Keep it in your back pocket.
You wonder when you have a game like this with Zimmerman and Key stepping up like they have, maybe a Sebastian Lute or a Barry Lauermore get that one-on-one coverage, maybe hit them with a big play at some point. That'll bring Zimmerman in motion.
They're playing man-to-man. That's how you.
They were waiting on it that time.
Yeah, that's that shovel pass.
Still a nice little game.
Yeah, and as you said, Coach, they're obviously in 4-down territory here. You can't match field goals with 7-pointers. Again, 2:13 to go here. Southside going to take their time. We've got 23 seconds on the play clock. You got to figure they're probably going to run that down.
It's imperative they get a first down here. It's
Be 3rd down, 3rd and 3 for the Mavs. Forsgren wants to throw again. Throws the ball. It's going to be complete. That's Zimmerman for the first down. You're getting that matchup over there. They like that matchup they're getting on that side with Zimmerman. He can pretty much beat that guy just about every play.
I will say that this is the best I've seen Blake throw it all year long. I wasn't there. I mean, I saw it on the, but it was so messy and nasty, and so you really couldn't tell. But he is throwing the ball extremely well.
Mavs going to run the clock down. They've got 13 seconds, 12 seconds. We've got 1:26 on the game clock. I like the time management, too, going here, too, guys. Forsgren wants to throw. It's going to be, should be a flag.
A little bit of yellow.
That side judge wasn't going to throw it.
Who threw it?
It was the back
Back
judge.
judge.
Oh, wow. I couldn't tell.
That's about the 3rd time, though. They've been draped on our backs.
Well, and going back to something Coach said before, I mean, it's a little bit tougher with 5 guys out there instead of 6. Got a lot of angles you got to cover with that extra guy.
Explain to me why this is not
5-yard penalty instead.
a 5-yard penalty.
I think they called it holding instead of pass interference, but I don't know why.
Well, holding is still a 10-yard penalty. It's not NFL. Why is it not half the distance to the goal line? I mean, to the goal. It should be on about the 9-yard line, 8-yard line.
Be 1st and 5 at the 11-yard line for the Mavs. Forsgren looks to throw. It's going to be hit in the backfield and drop. They missed a block off that corner. He's doing a good job to hang on to that football, guys.
Well, they had Aiden Wynn matched up over there to that defensive end or the outside linebacker, and it just, that's one thing that hurts Aiden is that just doesn't have a lot of lead in his pants to take on those linemen or outside backers that rush.
Well, if there is any bright spot on that play, though, guys, it was 1st and 5, so now it's 2nd and 13. So you're still pretty good position. The ball back at the 21-yard line, and got 1:07 to go here, and Greenwood taking their timeouts now.
They will. They play that strategy game.
Fellas, how about this scenario? Let's go ahead and get a touchdown here, and then Greenwood goes with the 2-minute offense. We get a big pick six.
There you go.
And then
you get it after half.
There you go.
Tie it up.
Tie ball game.
Now the pressure's all on Greenwood.
Exactly. That's the way to go, guys.
Keith, if I taught you anything, it was how to dream about the impossible. Hey, there's nothing too big, though. That's what we always said, right, Coach? Nothing too big for the Creator.
I said shock the world.
That's right.
But guys, the thing about this is you got to be, Southside's giving up 35 points, but they're playing hard.
They are playing fast too. I mean, that's the thing you got to think. I mean, neither one of these teams really had a big long drive. So
maybe make some adjustments at halftime. Maybe get back in this thing. Just a slow start on the offense really is your difference. Forrest's going to want to throw. It'll be an inside pass. Going to be complete inside the 15-yard line down to about the 13. That's Sebastian Lute on the catch. Greenwood going to take a timeout. And with that, let's go and take 1-2. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Mavericks Sports Network.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we're not just about fixing cars. We're committed to providing the best customer experience. Our team is here to guide you through every step of the repair process. We make it easy, transparent, and stress-free. And with convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, your repair is always close to home. At Autoplex, your satisfaction is our priority. Visit fixrex.com to schedule your repair today and see why customers trust Autoplex.
Or Bentonville either. You wouldn't beat Bryant. Welcome back to action here. We've got 1 minute exactly to go here. Southside trails 35-14. They'll have third down, and about, looks like they got the ball spotted at about 7 for the Mavs.
It's 15 or 14-yard line. 3rd and 7, you're right.
I think exactly 1 minute to go here. Greenwood down to 1 timeout. That's what Southside's done a good job of. They'll go trip set to the wide side of the field. On receiver on the opposite side, that's Larimore. Greenwood look like they may try to come with the blitz. Now they'll bring Wilson Key in motion. Ford's going to have time to throw. Throws it to the end zone. Touchdown, Southside. Should be a flag, too.
Wow. No flag.
He was out of bounds and he got tackled. I cannot believe these guys, come on.
They're missing that 6th guy.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, no, that's a lot of running out there.
I know.
Well,
it really is.
That may be, but everybody in the stadium saw the play, though.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody could have thrown a flag. And I think on the pass interference, it took the back judge, or the holding took the back judge to make the call. Extra points up. Extra points good. Southside now trails 35-21. We'll be back with the Maverick kickoff after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we're not just about fixing cars. We're committed to providing the best customer experience. Our team is here to guide you through every step of the repair process. We make it easy, transparent, and stress-free. And with convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, your repair is always close to home. At Autoplex, your satisfaction is our priority. Visit fixrex.com to schedule your repair today and see why customers trust Autoplex.
Welcome back, guys. That was a really nice drive for Southside. 11 plays, 71 yards, a 14-yard touchdown pass from Blake Forsgren to Wilson Key. And Key's got 2 touchdowns and a touchdown pass tonight, guys. And, guys, the keys right here now, you've got 1 timeout for Greenwood, 51 seconds to go, is don't let them have a good kickoff return. That's going to be the key right now. You probably see maybe a squib kick here, or your best friend would be kick it into the end zone. Doesn't look like there's much wind tonight, so. Nice drive, though, by the Mavs. They used almost 5 minutes. And here's going to be a short kick that will be fielded at the 24-yard line. Going to come across the field and going to knock him down. They still get a decent return out of it at about the 36-yard line.
But they did burn 8 seconds on that return.
Yep.
And with only 50 seconds to play in the half,
Yeah.
that can make a little bit of a difference.
That was Cooper Bland on the return. They got the ball at the 36-yard line. Key is keep them in bounds. Got 42 seconds to go here. Raggio checks back in the ball game. Oh, actually, he's out of the ball game. They're going with 3 wideouts. Here's Kane Archer on the keeper. And he's going to get close to a first down. Let's see what the spot's going to be. I believe they're going to give him.
No, his knee hit back here.
At second down, he didn't get the first down. As they work some time off, they'll throw the ball out. Going to be complete. It's going to be a first down across his midfield. It goes up the 47-yard line. We've got 25 seconds to go here. And they'll start the clock. Down to 20 seconds. Hey, that's home cooking, boys. You guys did it to yourself. They ran about 5 seconds off the clock. Now we're down to 16 seconds, and it shouldn't be stopped now. I'll tell you what, though, Chris Young will get a little animated over there, guys.
Yes, he does. That's the Fort Smith in him.
See what they're going to do here. Showing 21 seconds on the clock.
Here's the thing: is they have microphones. Why are they? This is too much discussion.
And the clock should be running right now. There shouldn't be a stoppage here. They will start it. They put 5 seconds back on the clock. Then stop the clock now. Greenwood got to take a timeout. I'll tell you what, Chris Young could have got a penalty on that, throwing that hat out on the field.
They burned just about every second they gave him back.
Yeah. If I'm him, I'll be pretty happy with the way the game's going right now. We'll go ahead and keep it here, guys.
Look at that. They reset the clock for him. That's nice. I don't know how they get to do that.
That made no sense at all. They didn't start it. They
started it. He called timeout because they had started it.
And then they put the clock time. Now they're going to 19 seconds.
That's better.
Key for Southside is don't let them get behind you and put some pressure on that quarterback and, keep them in bounds. If you can stop them, give them a short pass. If you get them down in bounds, keep that clock moving.
I was going to say, if you pressure him, you better get him on the ground because that's their best play is let him just take off and go.
Be 1st and 10. That's irrelevant right now with 19 seconds to go here. As Archer has time to throw, and he will step up, and he's going to tuck it and going to run, and he's going to get out of bounds with 9 seconds on the clock. They'll get him spotted at about the 34-yard line.
You're going to have to dump him. It's the only way you're going to get that clock to run out.
We might get to see what Franklin's leg is here. The ball is at the 33. They'll probably try to get a few more yards, but
yeah, that would be a big 3 points in this point in the game for sure.
Again, third be first down. That's kind of irrelevant. There's a little bit of a hold there. He's got time and still has time. He's going to run away, and now he's going to tuck and run and just keep him out of the end zone. Should end the half, and that will end the half. Good job by Southside. He made a nice gain on the play, but they were able to got good penetration in the backfield. Wasn't able to set up, see any receivers down the field, and Southside's going to get a hold there. And actually, guys, you got to feel pretty good, only down 35-21 after the way this game started.
And then get the ball to start the second half.
Still got a chance.
Yeah.
Exactly, guys. Again, we're at the half.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, again, we're at the half. Southside Trails.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
Uncertain on how much your repair is going to cost? At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time so you don't have to wait to get back on the road. With flexible payment options, you get the repairs you need without the financial burden. Let's get you back on the road, worry-free. Visit fixrex.com to learn more and start your repair today.
Here at the Oil Doctor, we keep your engine running smooth with fast, reliable oil changes done right. Car care should be easy. That's why our expert techs get you in, out, and back on the road fast. Plus, with our loyalty program, your first oil change comes with a discount, and you'll earn free perks on your 3rd and 6th visits, as well as a free oil change every 8th visit. So why wait? Drive in today and experience service that's fast, friendly, and built for your convenience. Only at the Oil Doctor.
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just getting started. Dive into the end of season sale at Burton Pools and Spas. For a limited time, save up to $14,000 on fiberglass pools. And the first 10 customers who purchase an Aquacrete pool with a premium vinyl finish will receive a free hot tub. Don't miss these incredible deals. Visit our stores in Fort Smith, Springdale, or Greenland, or go to burtonpools.com for more details. At Burton, we do more than build swimming pools. We build long-term relationships.
With rising costs everywhere, from groceries to gas, we know repairs can feel out of reach. Insurance deductibles and repair costs can make you hesitant to start. But at Autoplex, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between your budget and getting your car repaired. Our Repair Now, Pay Later option helps ease the financial burden so you can get the quality repairs you need without the wait. Let us help you get back on the road. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
Let me tell you about this new pretzel cheddar club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. When I add the Dijon mustard to this pretzel bun, it takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The story of our family business starts back in 1878 when our ancestors settled in Old Town Van Buren and set up shop. We have been providing quality work, craftsmanship with the finest materials available using time-honored and traditional methods. Providing quality service to the River Valley for 6 generations.
Family, it's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
Welcome back to Smith Robinson Stadium. We're at the half. Southside trails 35-21. A good half for the Mavs, and coming back in the ball game, Terrell, and the fact that we're starting out, we're not even probably 7 minutes into the ball game. We're down 21 zip.
21 zip, and if you think about it, I mean, only letting them score 14 cents. That's kind of an accomplishment in and of itself, and I think the big accomplishment was keeping them out of the end zone right before the half, considering we're going to get the ball right here, and, you know, hopefully we're going to come out and do what we do and make it a one-score game.
In that last drive for Southside, you know, they got the points. You know, they had third down and hit the big play to get the first down. But how big was that drive and the fact they were able to run 5 minutes off the clock?
I think it's at that point in the half for sure, because, you know, you're just trying to get out of there without giving Greenwood the ball back with enough time. And, you know, we saw some clockwork. I don't know what else you call it, but a little bit of clockwork going on. But, you know, they straighten a lot of it out and ultimately end up no harm, no foul. So we'll hope for some of those personal fouls and some holding calls.
Yeah, somebody may get fired over that clockwork you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. It's I think the fact that it didn't hurt us might have actually kept a little bit of heat off of whoever that clock operator was.
Yeah, but it was a good first half, Coach. That you got to be proud of what Southside came out and did. And obviously, if they can make some changes on defense, maybe get a turnover or two, you know, like we talked about, guys, they get the ball to start the second half, so keep scoring. You put pressure on this Greenwood team.
Yeah, they got to go. You know, they got to go down and score. The thing is I said slow the game down a little bit, keep Greenwood's offense off the field, and then, you know, when they have an opportunity, you know, when they done it the last 3 times they've had the ball, has been able to score, and that's what they got to continue to do.
And gentlemen, big first half for your 2 receivers, Wilson Key and Peyton Zimmerman in the first half.
Oh gosh,
huge halves. I think Wilson's probably closing in on 100, but I mean, in 2 plays, Peyton already passed the 100 mark. So,
and guys, give credit too to Blake Forsgren. Coach, you mentioned this. You said you think this is the best you've seen him throw this year.
Yes, it is.
And you know that first, I think it was the first or second pass he threw in the game, almost got intercepted. And you know he stepped up after that. And I'll tell you what, he has played a good first half.
Well, one thing that you just knowing Blake, he tends to he'll forget about it. You know, it's not like he's going to start thinking about it and start double clutching the ball. You know, like if he throws a pick or you know, have a bad pass, he does a great job of forgetting it and going on to the next play.
Yeah, I think a key too, guys, you go back to with some big clutch catches by Wilson Key in certain situations on, you know, second, third, and long, but those 2 big runs and I guess you'd actually call them passes. Peyton Zimmerman, the 2 plays he made, especially that second one, I don't know how many Greenwood players he dodged on that. He made some big plays there, and that was you know, you look at the little things. Obviously, you got the touchdowns for Key tonight, and then, you know, he's got 2 receiving touchdowns, and he also has a passing touchdown. And, guys, I love that play that they called. Southside's having trouble, and we saw this last week trying to get that ball in the end zone. But, you know, running that double reverse with Zim, they think Zim's going to take the ball. He gives it over to Key, and then you got your quarterback, Forsgren, standing wide open in the end zone.
Well, Nick Foles would be proud, and Tom Brady would be embarrassed. So, it kind of going back to what you said, Key's got a passing touchdown. Well, Forsgren's got a receiving touchdown on top of his passing.
No, he needs the hat trip and take a running touchdown.
That's it.
You're right.
About 3 of them would be good.
Yeah,
half,
it wouldn't hurt in the second half for sure. But
gentlemen, you kind of look at this ball game as far as the defensive side of the ball for the Mavs. What do you think they need to do to slow down this offense of Greenwood?
Tackle a little bit better. You know, they've been in position a couple of times to make it, you know, minimum gain, and but give Greenwood receivers credit. They do a good job of running with it, you know, after the catch, and you know, and then you got to keep Archer bottled up in the pocket. He's so elusive back there, you know, and so that's going to be a big key. One thing you need to understand might has hurt Southside game plan. They're without their 2 running backs now. And so that could play a big part in how they attack Greenwood from this point on.
Yeah, I didn't get to see Warren after he came off. He came off the field, but
He's back here limping around. He's not going. He's not going to return. I can't imagine him going back in.
well, you guys mentioned on the defense, and one thing I was noticing out there was we were taking some bad angles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we misjudged the speed of some of these Greenwood players, especially Archer at quarterback, but taking some bad angles, if you can kind of clean that up and put some pressure on and, maybe have a turnover or two by Greenwood. You never know in the ball game. Come up. I go to one particular play where they threw the ball towards the corner of the end zone, and I believe if Dwight Johnson had been able to react to that, that's a pick six for the Mavs.
Oh, I think it was, for sure, pick six, because he would have been all by himself over there. But, the thing about Greenwood, that's kind of part of their system, their game is, when you see those receivers turn and burn and they're, heading down the field deep, what they're setting up as much as anything else is, Archer taking off down the middle. So that's what you really got to watch out for is, if you see those receivers going deep, there's a pretty good chance they're going to be down there blocking.
Exactly. Folks, we're at the half. Southside trails here 35-21, and we'll be back with the first half scoring summary after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Mavericks Sports Network. Welcome back. We're here at the half. Southside trails 35-21. We'll look at the first half scoring summary. And folks, it was a big first half in the ball game and didn't start out well for the Mavs guys as Southside kicked off to start the ball game, and they got a very nice return by Benton Hosley. Took it to the Southside 18-yard line, and I'll tell you what, fellas, it seemed like we were on our heels from that point on in the first half. Greenwood has a three-play drive, a 3-yard touchdown pass from Kane Archer. It's actually kind of that inside shuttle pass is what it was, is from Kane Archer to Braden Rennick. 7-zip, guys. We're not even a minute into the ball game, and you get shades of what you think is going to happen, from the previous year. And Southside gets the ball. They run 3 plays, have to punt the ball away. Greenwood gets the ball back, and they take over on their own 27-yard line, and they get a 10-play, 73-yard drive. a 2-yard touchdown run by Mario Dunbar, who checked into the ball game for Raggio. Greenwood now leads 14-zip, and fellas, we're not even 3 minutes into the ball game.
No.
Yeah, I think it was right at 3 minutes.
Southside takes over on their 31-yard line, and they, again, go 3 and out. And you see kind of how this game's going early, and then Greenwood takes over. They have a 5-play drive. And probably, Coach, I think you said this was probably the best pass of the night. The Archers has been throwing that swing pass out, but this was a 35-yard touchdown pass, and really pretty decent coverage. Champ Davis had maybe a step on the defender, but hits him in stride for the touchdown, 35 yards. It was a 5-play, 80-yard drive. And this Greenwood team, guys, you can have those 5, 10-play drives, and then you look at the clock, it's only taking about a minute and a half.
If they're ahead of you, for sure.
They don't take too much time with their drives, that's for sure.
And finally, Southside kind of gets it going down 21-zip. They are able to take over their 20-yard line, and they get the big play, guys. It was the inside shuttle pass to Peyton Zimmerman. Takes it all the way down to the Greenwood 23-yard line. Excuse me. And then Southside has to overcome a penalty, but they get a big play towards the end on 3rd down. They get an 11-yard touchdown pass from Blake Forsgren to Wilson Key.
I tell you what, like I said earlier, I think Blake's throwing the ball well, and it was a good catch by Wilson because it was in the corner of the end zone, had to go over a defender. The pass had to be dropped in over a defender, and so it was a good pass. It was a good play altogether.
And you talk about that drive, guys. It's kind of been for Southside tonight. That was the Peyton Zimmerman, Wilson Key, Blake Forsgren drive right there, and that 3 combination has kind of kept Southside in this ball game tonight.
Certainly on the offensive side, those 3 have been your big producers for sure. But, give that offensive line some credit too, because we've seen Blake be able to stand back here and, except for one, the sack, you hadn't really seen him get too much pressure back there.
Well, then Greenwood comes back, and I'll tell you what, it's just a juggernaut of an offensive team. Kane Archer, we talk about him. He can do it with his feet. He can do it with his arm, and he's got good receivers. It seems like every year, I don't know, I think they have the people in Greenwood have 3 or 4 kids, and they all turn out to be receivers.
Right.
Got the Carnes kids, and then the Morgan kids, and all the ones that you see every year that you've got different ones coming in here. But
don't forget the Statons.
Yeah, but they're able to drive down, and this is a 7-play, 62-yard drive for Greenwood, and they get a touchdown pass from Kane Archer to Brandon Rennick. Rennick's 2nd touchdown of the ball game. And now that leads back up to 28-7. Southside gets the ball back, and this time they take over at their 44-yard line after a nice kickoff return. Actually, I'm sorry, they take over at their 26-yard line. This time they go 8 plays, 74 yards, a 4-yard touchdown pass. And this was the one that you guys were talking about. There was some big plays in that drive, I think. Didn't Zimmerman have another catch and run on that one?
Correct.
And another big play by Zimmerman to get Southside set up well. And then on 3rd down, we're not moving. We get down in the goal line, 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Not able to punch it in, and then you guys were laughing at me on this, but I thought it was a great call, guys. You do the double reverse. You start with Zimmerman. Everybody reacts to Zimmerman. He pitches it over to Wilson Key. They try to turn back, and you got him what I call discombobulated on the play, and you throw the ball to Blake Forsgren in the corner of the end zone wide open for the touchdown.
That's that Philly play.
Philly special.
Philly special. And Key, he said that he told me they had put that in, and sure enough, they used it.
Well, you like to see that because they got Southside back in the ballgame. Now it's 28-14, but then Greenwood starts on their 37-yard line. Greenwood's had good field position. Special teams, that's another area Southside's going to have to shore up here in the second half. It's going to be special teams. We're giving up too much field position on kickoffs.
Yeah.
And anyway, they get a 40-yard touchdown run by Kane Archer, a really great individual effort with a lot of blocking down the field.
Yeah.
Well, and you feel like that was about the only time you slowed them down was right there before the half. And, if that's any indication, it's going to start off with special teams if you can get them pinned down deep a couple times.
Yeah, and you had the one play, too, where they had 4th and 5, and then we jump in the neutral zone. That was the one chance we could have got off the field. And, you know, if, ands, and buts don't count in football, but that's a big play if Southside's able to get off the field on that, because offensively they're doing good. They come back, they're down 35-14, and they take over at their 29-yard line. They go 11 plays, 71 yards, a 14-yard touchdown pass from Blake Forsgren to Wilson Key. In fact, after the play was over, it looked like it could have been a 15-yard penalty on Greenwood for tackling out of bounds. But what was good about that drive, guys, was that was almost a 5-minute drive. They worked the clock down to under a minute. Greenwood had to take 2 timeouts. And so you limited what Greenwood could do out there, and then Southside's able to get the stop on defense. They tackle Archer in the first half, down 35-21.
Well, that, like you said, I mean, they had to burn those 2 timeouts when we had the ball, and then they had to end up wasting their last one because of a little clock management situation that was going on. You know, I mean, if they'd had 3 timeouts right there, I mean, there's a whole lot more they can do.
Yeah. I just thought that when him trying to run around, and I know he tried to make things with his feet and stuff, he probably should have thrown that ball away to give him another down.
Or got out of bounds a little bit faster. I think he
yeah.
was looking at end zone and ended up costing him at least 3.
Well, the good thing, I'm looking down here on the sidelines, guys, and I see number 3, Terrell Warren.
He was warming up with Blake a minute ago. Blake was handing him the ball off, so I'm hoping to see him back out there.
Because he looked pretty gimpy when he walked off there at halftime. I guess Duplantis put his miracle touches on him.
Oh, yeah.
Like Mr. Miyagi did. You know.
he got a shout out during Meet the Mavs by Coach Brunk the other day.
Oh, really?
I was glad to hear him get a little bit of light.
It's not an easy job coming in to replace a guy like Brent Griffiths, but he's done a really good job of being the Southside athletic trainer.
I love you guys. You get out here and we get to talking about Mr. Miyagi before the second half. We're multicultural over here with all the
Right, it's how we roll.
Exactly. Again, Southside trails here 35-21. And like I said, guys, you got to be pleased with the effort Southside's put in here. You're down 21-zip. You're not even barely 6-7 minutes into the ball game, and just to fight these kids keep showing. And hopefully they'll build some confidence here in the second half, and it'll carry on forward as they go on for the rest of the season. As I was saying in the pregame, I don't know that a victory here would obviously get you in the playoffs. I'm not sure. I think we're pretty much going to be the 5th seed no matter. But at this point, if you can come back here, get a little confidence this week, and you come back and play Siloam Springs the next week, get you ready to go for that long trip, wherever that may be.
Wherever that may be, yeah.
Yeah, the way you say it like that, Coach, it almost makes you wish you had this first game of the season, because you come out playing like this first game of the season, man, the whole rest of the season looks good.
I think Coach is going to call in sick if we have to go to El Dorado. I don't think he likes to ride with us that far. I think that's what it may be.
No, that's just a long ways. You can't get there from here.
No, and I remember playing there. When you play there early in the season, they've got that the press box is kind of like this, and they've, when it's 100 degrees and you're in metal, it's not much fun calling the game. And then you got that speaker on the side, and it does that growl the whole game, the Wildcats, and you have to listen to that the whole game. And then you also usually have a coach in there with you, and you got to be careful that things aren't getting picked up. I've got stories about that we could tell, but we'll leave the innocent out of it. Terry, you don't think that Greenwood might come with that onside here, do you?
Yeah, I mean, this is when they do it.
But, gentlemen, it's been a fun first half.
It's been good.
Southside's got they got skilled people up here on the front, so I think most teams put mainly your skilled people up on the kickoff return team, and you put your best. It's nowhere you used to put guys that maybe didn't get to play a whole bunch, and you put them on special teams. And nowadays the way that teams operate on their kickoffs, that you have to have someone up there on that front line able to handle the football.
Coach, was it you telling me the fastest way to get to El Dorado is through Little Rock?
That was me. I've been there.
It's just a long way down there.
Well, we saw. I think
It's almost in Louisiana. I do know that.
Well, it's sad, though, when you think that you're hoping you may play Jonesboro. Mm-hmm. That's not good. It's a big returnable kick here for the Mavs. That's Zimmerman on the return, and he's about one step away from maybe breaking that. He got a good block off that side.
He slipped a little bit. I think he would have had that angle.
Yeah, I was looking to see who that was that got the block over there. It was Connor McDonald that got the block for the Mavs.
Yeah, Coach, we were talking, I think it was last week, El Dorado was at West Memphis. And I was asking Keith, I said, is that farther or is Mountain Home farther?
But you think about some of the places that we've been.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
Lake Hamilton, Mountain Home.
It's a farther
But
trip.
you think of what they have to go. They have to do Jonesboro, Marion, El Dorado, West Memphis. Man, it's
Marion, West Memphis would be like a home game.
Yep.
Here's a handoff to Warren. Not much there.
Warren back out there. But he's just not running. He's really worried about ball security.
Which that's kind of interesting because really he's done a good job this year taking care of the football. But I'm sure they've seen on film that Greenwood probably
tackles the football.
Yes. It's second down, 2nd and 9 for the Mavs. Just starting the second half here. Southside trails 35-21. Mavs go trip set to the right of Forsgren. Here's a keeper by Forsgren off the left side. He's going to take it outside. Now he makes the first man miss. I think he may have the first down.
I like it when he runs people over.
He's short.
He got a bad spot on that.
Yeah, he did.
I guess that's where they knocked him out at.
That's about a yard back. Can't say where he stepped out. But that's a good run by Blake because it was a play, too, where it looked like we've seen 2 or 3 now like that. Greenwood looks like they may want to come with the blitz here. Now they're going, as you say, Coach, they're playing a man. They play man all the time, don't they?
Yeah. And then they're playing 2 over the top.
Here's a keeper by Forsgren again. He's got an open field. Gets up to the 45-yard line. I like what he did that time, Coach. The previous play looked like he wanted to try to bounce it outside. This time he just took it between the tackle.
Yeah, you just go. You get the first down. Move the chains. And what did I said earlier? You got to just move the chains.
As long as you move those chains, it doesn't matter what tempo you play.
And all you're doing is you're running time off the clock. Every time you get a first down, that's less time that Greenwood has the ball.
Here's a handoff to Warren off the left side. He's got a big hole, crosses midfield, gets up to the 49-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play, brings up second down, 2nd and 4 for the Mavs. Zayden Wynn will check into the ball game. You guys is Vinthong even down on the field?
I haven't seen him
all night.
I haven't seen him, and
that's good on first down, though, if you can get those gains like that. There's a handoff to Vinthong. Excuse me, it's Zayden Wynn.
Yeah, he had a lot of green out there, didn't he?
Should have kept that one.
Terrell, this is where you need that kind of drive we saw at Bentonville West a few years ago.
21 play, 11-minute drive. Take the whole quarter.
Yeah, put a little
and
pressure.
Score.
Yeah,
and score.
Yeah, put a little pressure on these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 3rd down, 3rd and 5 for the Mavs.
It's the best way to make somebody make a mistake is get a little pressure on them.
Forsgren looks to the sideline. Did a good job of working that play clock. Forsgren looks to throw. He's got time. We'll throw the ball down the field. It's going to be complete. That's Barry Loughmore on the catch inside the 35-yard line down to the 34-yard line. That's a good throw.
Let me tell you something. He's on the left hash mark, and he throws it all the way across the field. That is a big-time throw.
Well, and
I don't know if Blake made that throw earlier in the year. I just don't think he had the confidence to think he could make that throw.
Well, and the placement, like he had to throw that ball 5 yards back. Otherwise, that defensive back could cut underneath that thing and take it to the house. Give him credit on being smart, too.
Here's a handoff to Wynn. He pushes it back to the inside. Made a nice move to the inside. Instead of a lot of times you'll see the back try to push that thing outside, trying to get more yardage. He just took what he could get. There wasn't much there, but he gained a yard or two. This will be the 7th play of this opening drive. They've used over 3 minutes, guys. And obviously, Coach, I was going to ask you on the previous play before the Larimore catch, they're probably 4-down territory.
They are now. I didn't know whether they'd be at around midfield or not, but they are now.
There's a handoff to Wynn. We'll get inside down to about the 31-yard line.
If that's not your answer on that play, then that should be your answer on the 4-down territory because they ran the ball there instead of trying to throw it.
Well, if you can keep scoring touchdowns, though, you'll put some pressure on these guys the longer this goes. So yeah, we've got 7:53 to go. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 7 for the Mavs. 2 receivers split either side of the field for Forsgren. We're down to 12 seconds on the play clock. Going to hand it off to Wynn. Wynn's going to get to the outside. I'll tell you, he's about one step and getting away. That'll bring up 4th down, 4th and about 3 for the Mavs. Guys, you think about this too. The last 2 drives for Southside have taken 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's been 5 minutes.
This will be the 9th play of this drive that started at the Southside 26-yard line, guys. The key play of this drive obviously was the catch.
Well, the key play is this play right here.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
But you're
so
right.
far.
But you're
the Larimore catch was a big play. And 3rd down, 3rd and 3. There's a keeper by Forsgren, and let's see. I think he got it.
Be close.
Hard to tell from here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we got the first. They're marking 1st down. Yeah. Greenwood didn't think he got it. He got the 1st down right at the 25-yard line.
Uh-oh. That might be half the distance.
Somebody got a 15-yard penalty over there because the flag came from that sideline.
Chris Young didn't throw another headset, did he? They'll put the ball half the distance. They'll be at the 12-yard line. This will be the 10th play of this drive for the Mavs. We're down to 6:50 here in the 3rd quarter. Guys, you got to be pleased with what Southside's doing here coming out. And you got to finish with 7, though, guys. That's the key.
Yeah.
Be 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Here's a keeper by Forsgren. Going to get to the inside, fights his way down towards the goal line, will be just a bit short.
He's trying to get that hat trick.
Yeah, he was.
He's made some nice runs in this, this series, yeah. And as you said, Coach, earlier, it's not a rhythm game. They're just working that clock down.
Right.
And
they're doing exactly what they need to do.
Be 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Mavs. And Terrell, to your point on number 0 not being in there, I think they're really getting confident in what Terrell Warren's been able to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a handoff to Warren. Actually, it's a keeper by Forsgren. And Southside, I think, turned it over.
Fumbled. That was where they messed up the mesh, and one of them was he never got the ball into his stomach, and this is something that is, this is something that has killed Southside all year long is the turnovers, and
that killed what was a great drive for the Mavs. They actually used almost 6 minutes on that drive, and it was a 10-play drive, and it ends with a fumble at the 3-yard line. That's where Greenwood will start here. Maybe get a safety, guys.
There you go. Positive thinking.
That's right. Manifest it.
And that's a safe call. Kane Archer will get the ball out to about the 8-yard line. Guys, it's tough, fellas. It's the same song and dance. We shoot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Bring up second down, 2nd and 5 for Greenwood. They got the ball at the 8-yard line. One thing the Mavs have done, though, that was tough not getting that. They have shortened the game a lot. There's going to be a keeper. That's Archer on the keeper. He's going to be tackled as he gets across the 25-yard line. That's Peyton Zimmerman over there for the Southside defense.
Kane made a great move on there. He saw a little opening on the outside and
get the pass out. It's going to be complete. There's Mario Dunbar on the catch. Bring up second down, 2nd and 2.
that's just like an extended handoff or running play the way they do it, and so.
He's really only completed one long pass tonight. That was the touchdown pass to Davis. And there's another one out again, and it's yards after the catch. That was Darian McGrew over there for the Southside defense. Actually, that was Damon Bridges. I'm sorry, Damon Bridges on the play for Southside. Throwing the ball out again.
It is going fast, and there's a code word that says run the same play over and over. You know, you just run the same play, and then
there's Dunbar on the carry. We're going to have another Greenwood first down. Guys, the difference is they can run 10 plays and it only takes them about 3 minutes.
Oh, I know.
And Southside needs a big stop here. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Southside 48-yard line. Archer, there's no backs in the backfield. Trip set to the left of Archer. Looks down the field. This is about the longest they've taken to call a play. They moved.
Everybody moved. Everybody but the center.
Make it 1st and 15. You don't know what number to call that one on.
That's always like in college when they call it and they say everybody but the center.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. 1st and 15, excuse me, as Archer looks to throw. He's got time. There's a hold over there, a big-time hold on the field. They've got a wide-open receiver, and he's going to catch the ball, and he's going to take it to the house for the touchdown. It's Cooper Bland on a missed coverage.
Yeah, that was definitely a blown coverage because he was.
Well, he had all day to throw.
I saw him send somebody deep, and I didn't know whether it was these outside guys, but he was telling someone to go deep, and they did. And
Franklin will come in for the extra point. Ball is down. Your kick is up. Kick is good. Greenwood now leads 42-21. Be back with the Bulldog kickoff after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Welcome back to action. Here's the 6-play drive for Greenwood. They hit us with a big 55-yard touchdown pass from Kane Archer to
Keith, you could have completed that one.
Probably not. That was Cooper Bland.
Bland, yeah.
Yeah, he was wide open.
Yeah.
If Bland could have come back about maybe 15 yards, maybe.
Well, on this
you hate that. You had an opportunity, and then.
This is where you got to watch their onside kick because they'll do it right here. They're going to send it deep.
It's going to be Zimmerman on the return. Gets it to the outside. We'll get across the 30-yard line. That's where Southside will start this drive. And, fellas, I'll tell you what. I don't know that it can be any more frustrating than having that 6-minute, 10-play drive, get it down to the goal line, and then fumble the ball away, and then Greenwood go down in 5 plays and score a touchdown.
Well, and I'll tell you how that changes the game, too, is now instead of us getting up there and getting used play clock and all that, it's like you got to go in a hurry.
I still say you got to get to the fourth quarter and just keep your game plan. Try to move the chains. And then if you scored, then you got to try an onside kick.
Sfor's going to look to throw. He'll throw the ball out. It's going to be complete. That's Wilson Keene. Coach, you're right. He's making some nice throws.
Well, and they're nice and safe. That's what I like about him, too. He's putting them in a good location.
Terry, we hadn't been able to keep it tonight because we can't get enough chairs up here to do it. But both receivers have to be over 100 yards tonight.
Oh, they're well over 100.
Here's Warren on the handoff. Going to try to get away. We'll get to about the 40-yard line. Third and about half a yard for the Mavs. Coach, these guys don't know how to mark a football either because they're marking it between the halves.
Well, the problem, I thought, I guess that second effort he tried to pull away, he kind of went sideways, and
there's a handoff again, and going to lose yardage. Well, you got no choice here. You haven't stopped Greenwood all night, so you're definitely in 4-down territory.
Yeah, I think it was 4th and 25 or something, but now we're going to bring out the punter. Well, I'm not going to give anything away here, but I know there's somebody taking the snap right here that can pick up a first down.
There, the Seuss will punt the ball away. And Greenwood has nobody back, so this will be a nice kick. He's had a couple of good kicks tonight, guys.
Mm-hmm. Be what, right at 40, 42?
Yeah, and he had a 45-yarder.
Yeah. Rolled it out, too.
Well, the good thing about his kicks, he doesn't, it's not as high as a lot of kicks you'll see, but he gets that nice top spin on the ball.
Rolls out nice.
Greenwood will start this drive on their 16-yard line. They lead here 42-21. We've got 2:10 to go here in the third quarter.
Now, he might have learned that playing golf because he's a pretty dadgum good little golfer, too, for Southside.
Mavs need a turnover in a big way here. Got Kane Archer at quarterback, and looks like Raggio may be back in the ball game. Pull the ball out, and they've got an open receiver, and he makes the man miss, and tell you what, Cooper Bland having a big second half here.
Yeah, I think early this season he was about their most consistent receiver, but they got a crew now.
Going to move the ball back to the 47-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 1:55 to go here in the third quarter. Southside trails 42-21.
That's the first one they've missed. I think that's his second incompletion, third incompletion.
Yeah, he had the one in the corner of the end zone. I know that one,
and then the one that he almost threw a pick over there.
That's right.
That one.
And that was a catchable ball.
Oh, yeah.
Bring up second down, 2nd and 10. There's a handoff. He's going to get to the outside. He's got a big hole, and
yes,
going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Raggio.
Well, you know what's impressive about that run? You know who was leading him in the end zone?
Your quarterback, lead blocking all the way to the end zone.
Do they, in their practice, do they run practices like Petrino does where the receivers are taught to, they run the play out every time?
Yeah, probably so.
Extra point up, and it's good. Southside now trails 49-21. We'll be back with the Greenwood kickoff after this. Watching Southside Maverick football on the Mavericks Sports Network.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we're not just about fixing cars. We're committed to providing the best customer experience. Our team is here to guide you through every step of the repair process. We make it easy, transparent, and stress-free. And with convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, your repair is always close to home. At Autoplex, your satisfaction is our priority. Visit fixrex.com to schedule your repair today and see why customers trust Autoplex.
Welcome back, folks. A big run there by Raggio for the touchdown and opens that lead up to 49-21. We've got 1:39 to go here in the third quarter. Guys, it goes back to that first series for the Mavericks. You take the ball down the field, you have a chance to get within 7 points, you fumble the ball away, and then since then, it doesn't matter where Greenwood takes the ball at, they've been able to score. They started that drive on their 2, they started this one on their 16, and Southside defense has no answers.
It has zero answers. Whatever, and it's just a mixture of plays that Greenwood are running. They'll throw the hitch screen or throw that little where they throw the out route and they block and they get positive yardage off that, and then they'll throw the deep pass, and then like that last one was just a run, and he made a great cut, and then your quarterback's down there leading his way into the end zone, and it's it's just a mixture of a couple of play, fumble down there on the goal line, and we can sit here and second guess it and whatever, but I think with the ability of Greenwood being able to move the football, they probably should have went for it there.
Well, there's no playing with Greenwood. They scored from the 2 and the 16. There's no playing field position. Yeah, that definitely is one. I think they might want to rethink that one.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
First and 10 for the Mavs at the 28-yard line. As Forsgren looks to throw, he'll throw the ball over the middle, and that's an incomplete pass. That's one of the few times that Blake has been off throwing it tonight.
It wasn't off by much. That was a pretty good thrown ball, and
if that's a catch, that's probably a touchdown.
Yeah, it probably is.
Bring up second down, second and 10, and kind of changes your whole philosophy here down 49-21.
Yes, it does.
And the other frustrating thing for Southside, too, is you need to get some points here, or Greenwood gets the ball back. We may go into the mercy rule, which
you don't want that to happen.
Which I think is the way Southside's played tonight. You definitely don't want that to happen. Well, guys, I'm looking out there with all this fireworks, man. You can't even hardly see the field now. It's second down, second and 10 for the Mavs. There's that inside handoff. That is a nice spin move by Zimmerman. We'll get up to about the 30-yard line. Bring up third down, third and 8 for the Mavs. Barry Loudmore check back in the ball game. That fumble just kind of takes the wind out of your sails.
Yes, it does. It's really set the tone for this second half, and and the confidence the players have, and they go, oh gosh, here it goes again.
I'll throw the ball out. It's going to be incomplete. That's almost a nice catch by Peyton Zimmerman. Tough play right there. Bring up fourth down for the Mavs. Southside to punt the ball away. That's been one bright spot for the special teams tonight has been Dallas De La Souce guys. And Greenwood still not expecting that to punt, are they, Terrell?
I don't think so. I think they're going to make sure we do, though.
But De La Souce likes that because he gets that top spin on the ball. He'll get him another nice. That average will be well in the high 40s tonight.
Climbing on up.
There's a kick. That was kind of off the side of his foot and will go out of bounds. In Southside trails here 49-21. We've got 36 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Well, you can tell he's a little bit disappointed in that one, but, you know, that actually it's kind of one of those, if you get the right bounce off of it, it's almost like an onside kick if you can just get it to hit one of those dark blue jerseys.
I can see them taking a shot deep here.
Yeah, he's looking that way. Archer calls out signals. He'll have one back in the backfield. I think that's Champ Bailey back there, number 2. In fact, I think Bailey's the one, it wasn't Raggio, that actually scored that touchdown.
I think so. I wasn't going to say anything. But
I said Champ Bailey, actually Champ Davis. I'm thinking of Denver Broncos, and here's a keeper by Kane Archer. Guys, I got to ask this, though. With Kane Archer, they run him a lot.
They do run him a lot.
I mean, is that not dangerous to run him as much as they do, being as valuable as a quarterback as he is?
Well, I think they look at him like a running back, and he just so happens to be able to throw the ball on a rope, too.
Archer looks to throw here. There's a grab.
In the back.
Gonna throw the ball down the field, and Coach, you can't argue that one. He's got his jersey pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
Bring up third down, 3rd and 3.
It's Greenwood.
Well,
so I don't have to say anything else.
Well, that's the kind of key, too. You can draw the big crowds. They kind of actually can intimidate the officiating crew. We saw that.
It's the winning. It's the winning streak. It's all the
execution.
Hand off to Davis. They'll take it to the outside and going to have another first down for Greenwood.
You know, they do a great job of cutting it back against the grain.
That's going to be into the third quarter. Southside trails 49-21. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter after this. You're watching Southside Maverick football on the Maverick Sports Network.
An accident can leave you feeling stuck, uncertain of where you can go. At Autoplex, we specialize in getting your vehicle repaired quickly and accurately. Our expert technicians use the latest tools and OEM parts to restore your car to its pre-accident condition. With precision and care, we ensure your car looks and performs as if the accident never happened. Ready to get your car back on the road? Visit fixrex.com to start your repair today.
Yeah, welcome back to action. Here's 49-21, Southside trails. And, guys, again, I go back to that big play on the first series for Southside here in the second half, fumble the ball away. Really has kind of been that difference maker. Now Greenwood looking here maybe to get the mercy rule going here as they lead here by 28.
Yeah.
We had them right where we wanted them, Keith.
Well, I was kind of hoping they wouldn't so we could see one of these games get up like 70-50 or something.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of those this year.
Well, I watched the game earlier where Rogers and Bentonville West, it was a 70-42 game.
Throw the ball out, going to be complete. He's going to cut it back to the inside, and now we'll take it to the outside and chase him down and run him out of bounds. There's Damon Bridges over there for the Southside defense.
There's your name, Coach, Braxton, Canada.
I hear a dog barking.
You're at the dog pound, Keith.
The first and goal at the 4-yard line. Raggio will check in the backfield now for Greenwood. It's a good combination when you bring Champ Davis in there and you got the Dunbar kid. 3 really good running backs. There's a handoff to Raggio, and he'll walk into the end zone for the touchdown.
Great cutting ability.
Coach, what would happen if the lights didn't come back on? Could we call a forfeit?
I think you should.
I think, you know what? That is, I think that's, they had a similar situation with Heritage and Siloam Springs, I think, and where the lights didn't come back on, and they called it a, it's like the game never happened. And one team was declaring a victory because neither one of them had won a game in so long. And it was a mess. I can't remember, but it had to do with the lights that went out.
To me, if something like that happened, I would think it would go on the
whoever
home
the
team.
home team.
Yeah, the home
right.
team, yeah. I remember one game one year, several years ago, we were playing Broken Arrow. Every time Broken Arrow would get a drive going, the lights would go out at Jim Rowland Stadium, and it messed them up every time. And they would come back, and Southside would get a hold. I'm thinking, man, there's strategy right there, guys.
Well, no, I know what it was. One of the teams refused to come back out.
Oh, okay.
Because the lights went out, and one team, once they got them on, it was late, and they refused to come out. And so I don't know who was which. I think it was at Heritage. And they hadn't won a game in, gosh, forever. And Siloam hadn't won very many, so it was a. I can't remember the scenario behind it, but I know there was a situation like that where the lights didn't come on.
Yeah, and I wonder with Heritage, though, that victory over Northside a couple of weeks ago, that's got to be, how many years has it been since Heritage has actually won a
conference game, yeah.
Okay, Terrell, you onside it here?
No.
I kind of thought they would have already done it a couple, 3 times, and I think they're just practicing on field goals, or practicing on actually kicking it deep.
So it'll be returned. Zimmerman on the return. Tries to take it to the outside. They'll cut it back inside, and they'll get him at the 29-yard line. We'll have I was going to say we'll have a continuous clock here, but still 11:38 to go here.
Well, the clock will stop on on change of possessions and on touchdowns. See, that's where people think, well, it's once the ball is snapped, there you go. See, he's starting it up.
Southside will start this drive on their 29-yard line. This will be the third drive of the second half for the Mavs. Had a really good drive to start the second half and fumbled on the 3-yard line. Here's a handoff to Terrell Warren. It may be 3 or 4 yards.
Still fighting.
Got about 11 minutes to go here in the ball game. We're in the Mercy Rule. Southside trails now 56-21. Gentlemen, a lot of hope there for Southside. They've been outscored here in the second half, 21-zip. Really hadn't mattered where Southside started, or excuse me, where Greenwood started tonight. They've scored every time.
They've scored every time except, I think, the last
end of the half. The clock got them.
Yep.
Forsgren looks to throw. Got time now. He rolls to his left. He's going to go ahead and run with the football and should have a Southside first down.
He's going to be short.
Well, they moved him back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought he was more closer to the 40-yard line. They'll spot it back to the 36-yard line.
Even reached that ball out before he went out of bounds.
Bring up third down, 3rd and 3 for the Mavs. Got 10:05 to go here in the ball game. And Southside will be home next week at Jim Rowland Stadium. They'll take on the Siloam Springs Panthers next week. Finish out the regular season. Greenwood coming with the blitz. There's a pass going to be dropped. Guys, I got to ask this question, though. You're into the Mercy Rule now. You pretty much got your starters still in the ball game. Why are you blitzing?
Just get the ball back. They probably got some people on the sideline over there that want to get in.
I don't know about that. I just think that's just the way they play.
Be 4th down for the Mavs. Throw the ball out. It's going to be complete. Going to have a Southside first down. Nice pitch and catch for the Mavs.
That play has worked on Blake. It's on that pass really well.
Yeah, that was Wilson Key again. I think he's holding his shoulder. He's coming out of the ball game. They've done a good job. They've actually picked on
number 23.
Actually, it's 22, Blaze
22.
McDaniel. Yeah, they've been picking on him all night. And 1st and 10 for Southside at the 46-yard line.
23's up there on top end.
22 is a little more tougher matchup. He's not as tall. Score's going to want to throw the ball. Throws the ball, it's going to be dropped, and there could,
That's a defensive
and
I mean,
well, the problem with that play too is the fact that the kid did it. It was not a clean play, and then he stares the kid down. That's not good.
What deal is that you don't he turns and throws his shoulder into him, and that's a defenseless receiver. I mean, it's a good. I mean, if you look at it as on a defensive side, that's what you want. But then on the other hand, you got to.
Well, the one thing you don't see a lot of is you always want that safety to be like a Ronnie Lott or somebody that's going. You want the receiver to know he's there.
Yeah.
Right.
Get acquainted early.
I'm not sure these guys are sure where to mark the ball at.
They haven't been. That's second time they've struggled on where to mark it at.
Good to see number 4 back in there.
Yeah.
Going to bring the blitz again. They're going to throw the ball out. They're going to intend it for number 4. That's Wilson Key over there, and the ball goes incomplete. Again, Greenwood coming with the blitz. They hit Forsgren that time, and he's slow getting up. Bring up second down for the Mavs. Second down, 2nd and 10. The ball's at the 39-yard line.
I don't think Wilson timed his jump on that one.
I think it shoulder's still bothering him.
Well, I'm sure it is.
There's a handoff to Warren, and Coach Warren doesn't look like to me that he's really.
No, he's
not. Those legs aren't moving.
He's double. He's running with both arms around the ball and not trying. He's not running smooth. He's just very. Like he's worried he's going to fumble it.
I think you kind of missed that combination of Colton Vinthong with Warren tonight, and they're going to check Aiden Wynn back into the ball game in the backfield. And we've got 7:10 to go here in the ball game. Greenwood brings the blitz again. There'll be an overthrow. Bring up 4th down for the Mavs. 6:54 to go here in the ball game. Southside losing here 56-21.
They brought the house on that one. You can see it coming too.
Yeah, I know, and I understand that, but I don't get it. When you're ahead by 35 points in this situation, you call off the Dogs at some point.
I've always felt like you get to a point where that doesn't happen to you, but
And what goes around comes around, you hope, at some point. There's a pass to the inside. It's going to be complete. That's Zimmerman on the catch, and let's see. I think he's got the first down for the Mavs.
No, he's short.
Greenwood will take over. He had a pretty good pass there. If he could get maybe one more step, he's got that first down.
I don't know. It might be.
Yeah, they're looking at it like they want to measure.
They don't measure anymore.
I know. Yeah, they're calling it first down.
Yeah, and actually, when they spotted the ball again, Coach, they moved it up.
They don't want Greenwood to score again. They want to, the officials to go, just go home. You've already got enough points on them.
The 1st and 10 for the Mavs. Spot the ball inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. Forsgren looks to throw. Will throw the ball down the field. He's got an open receiver. That's Wilson Key.
I think that shoulder is bothering. He didn't try. He couldn't extend to catch that. He kind of short-armed it.
Coach, you look at this game, though, I don't think the final score in this game is indicative of how Southside has played tonight. And I think you can gain some from this. Obviously, defensively, you're going to have to get better, obviously. But offensively, I think Southside's done a pretty good job. gotten those 21 points in the first half, and then you had the mistake in the second half on the turnover.
Well, how big? I mean, if they score there,
yes, 35-28.
Yeah, you don't know what.
A swing pass out. That'll be Zimmerman. It's going to be hit and dropped.
Well, somebody failed to block on that one. I mean, they had one guy blocking, and they had 3 defenders.
Down to 4:10 to go here in the ball game. That's been the key, though, with this Greenwood team, though, is the blocking down the field, guys.
They're as good as they do their job as well as anybody I've seen.
A third down, 3rd and 10 for the Mavs. Score's going to look to throw. Going to throw the ball out. It's going to be complete. That's Zimmerman. That's good coverage over there. Bailey Thibodeau closing on the play. He'll get 6 on the play, but that could have been a possible touchdown when you get Zimmerman crossing like that.
Tell you what, that was a heck of a throw by Blake. He had to do a little old jump throw, and he actually took a
be 4th down. Yeah, 4th down now, 4th and 6 for the Mavs. Southside goes trip set to the wide side of the field as Forge looks to the sidelines to get the play. Greenwood again will bring the blitz here. They'll take it to the end zone, and it's going to be overthrown, intended for Peyton Zimmerman. Got exactly 3 minutes to go here in the ball game. Be new quarterback coming in. That'll be Cruz Coatney. It's a name that'll be familiar to a lot of Greenwood folks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to hand the ball off.
That offensive line just mauled us and pushed us back 10 yards.
Be a 1st down for Greenwood. They'll spot the ball at the 36-yard line. Throw the ball out, and that ball will go incomplete. That was J.C. McMillan, intended receiver for Greenwood, brings up 3rd down.
Were you thinking
That's
what
the
I was
second down.
thinking? Is that might have been a little bit of a fumble right there?
Well, I was
almost a lateral.
Well, that's what I was thinking when it first went.
It was a pass. But I thought Dwight had it read all the way, and they're going to take their time.
Yeah, Greenwood huddling. You don't see that too often.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice they give their punter a little bit of work before we go home tonight.
You're saying that he hadn't got much work tonight?
I would say not. He might be selling cotton candy on the side over there. I don't know.
Hand it off and let him run.
Going to get close. Shouldn't be a 1st down. They'll just keep the clock running with 1:34 to go here.
It was an entertaining game for pretty much 3 quarters.
Well, the dagger.
Until we fumbled and they took it the length of the field.
Yeah, it took them about 4 plays to go the length of
Yeah.
the field. That was the other thing, too. And I think, that pretty much was your ball game right there.
Yeah. And it's just, you're right. I don't think the score is is indicative of actually the game. I mean,
well, 74.
Oh, that's a little
Should be-
shot to the face.
Yeah, he should be kicked out. We'll see if he is or not.
well, here's the thing about all that was he blocked our guy about 20 yards down the field, and he got a little frustrated, and he threw him backwards, and then he got up, and and you can't do that. I understand that, but geez.
We've got 46 seconds to go here. Again, Southside going to lose tonight. It's 56-21. And again, as we said, guys, the game wasn't the way Southside played it. I think that you go back to the one play, and that was kind of the backbreaker for Southside. And when you play a team like Greenwood, you can't do that.
Well, especially not once you're down 2 scores already,
What are they doing?
They call it back-to-back, like 2 of them maybe.
But they're not.
Greenwood going to go to victory formation here. Going to take a knee here. Let's see. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they're not going to run another play. And that's going to be your ball game. Southside going to fall tonight 56-21, gentlemen. And it was one of those games where Southside fought hard, only down 35-21 at one time. Driving down to get that touchdown to cut it down to 7 and then turn the ball over, then give this Greenwood offense credit. We didn't stop them all night.
No, they were on. They were on fast forward, and we just.
There's your fireworks guy.
I love watching the people out there in the crowd just jumping for cover.
I'm waiting for this place to come tumbling down here in a bit. But,
it feels like it.
Gentlemen, tough loss for the Mavs tonight again as they fall 56-21. Gentlemen, final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Well, I felt like offensively, we came out and we kind of played at their pace, and we even I felt like ran a couple of the plays that they were running successfully a little bit better than they did. But that once that train gets rolling, man, it's hard to stop those guys. And I think collision-wise, I mean, we had some big collisions in this ball game. Probably going to have to go to Perez on that one, but I don't know, man. I don't know who in the state is going to stop these guys. I mean, they kind of come out and they know what their whole MO is, and they know what their game plan is. And I don't know that there's any teams out there that really can disrupt that flow once they get it going.
Not in the 6A, there's not.
No.
But you're right. But that's and it's hard to believe they'll move down next year.
I know. I mean, they're going to lose some guys for sure this off season, but
Kane Archer makes them go. There's no doubt.
He's the engine for sure.
Yeah.
You can't take anything away from Raggio. I mean, look at those running backs.
Oh, I know, and they do a good job of
running backs is the key.
It's it. I mean, they got several of them, and I don't know. It's hard to say. But maybe that is Kane's best play. Maybe he's just got a really good handoff. But
he's got good receivers, and but like I said, when he led his running back into the end zone, I just thought that was That
kind of reminds me of the Carnes kid last year that was running down the field trying to tackle our guy while he's running with the football. They're just a hard-nosed football team. They are very precision, and doesn't really matter what you do. Southside had no answers to stop this offense tonight, guys.
No.
The only answer was running that clock out at the end of the half. That worked.
And they did it, and they did what they needed to do to start the third quarter. And we went when you lay the ball on the ground, and that's the only turnover of the game.
Exactly. Well, again, Southside falls here at 56-21. Gentlemen, appreciate the job y'all did. You poor guys had to stand the whole ball game, and not too crazy about that, but
that's cool.
Y'all did a good job, and
it's fun
stuff for Southside tonight. We knew what we were getting into tonight, and I don't think the final score 56-21 is indicative of the ball game.
Wish those lights would have gone out in the third.
Yeah, maybe
stayed off.
Yeah, keep that off. But great job tonight, guys. Again, Southside falls 56-21. Be back at Jim Rowland Stadium next week as we take on Siloam Springs next Friday night. That's a big game for Southside, guys. You win that ball game, you get the get the 5th seed and get that wonderful trip. I think they're going to have an airplane set up to take the announcer, the broadcasters to the game at El Dorado.
You want to see if I can set that up?
Yeah, see what we can do on that. Good luck on that. But anyway, Southside falls here tonight, 56-21. Everybody have a great weekend, and go Mavs.